So, new first-party Sony titles seemingly leaks, the PlayStation 5 Pro game certs are being sent out this month, and an update on the launch release date situation, and a PlayStation 5 exclusive has been confirmed for an event this month. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, comment below what game you're currently playing. I ask this question from time to time to see what everyone is into, but also other people end up finding out about new games and check out new games thanks to all of you guys sharing what you're playing. I'm currently playing Ghost Hunter for PlayStation 2 and Ratchet & Clank Size Matters for PlayStation Portable, but that's just me. What about you? So comment below what you're currently playing. Let us know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, the leaked first-party game. Reading from MP First, about 2 months ago in May, Movies and Games insider Daniel RPK shared intriguing details on his Patreon account. The report centered around a casting call for an upcoming PlayStation first-party title with Jamie Buffus, Senior Manager of Casting and Talent at Sony PlayStation Studios Worldwide, listed as Casting Director. The casting call was specifically for an action-adventure game that promised intense violence and potential profanity. While the exact details or title remains a mystery, the project was described as likely to receive an M for mature rating. 2 roles were up for grabs: hair reference models for a salt and pepper gray-haired man, 40 to 60 years old, and a darker brunette woman, 20 to 60 years old. An interesting detail that not many people noticed were the attached images on the casting page. Although these images served as a reference for the characters, they cleverly concealed their faces. This is a standard practice for hair references, but the interesting part comes when you notice that the characters' clothing were also hidden. Could this be an intentional move to keep the game's theme under wraps? Upon closer examination, the reference images reveal some details on the characters, such as in the image of the woman, where you can see that her old age is evident from the wrinkles on her neck, while the image of the man portrays him with a bushy beard and curly hair. Now, if you're wondering which studio might be behind this project, we can't do much more than speculate. However, an interesting connection can be made. The casting call took place on May 21st, and just 2 days later, Neil Druckmann, creative director of acclaimed franchise The Last of Us, made a statement about how Naughty Dog's new IP could redefine mainstream perceptions of gaming. Given Naughty Dog's track record with intense and violent titles, could this casting call be linked to their next groundbreaking project? Only time will tell. So, I don't think this is related to Naughty Dog's new IP. This could be related to Naughty Dog's next game after their new IP, which is probably The Last of Us Part 3, since Neil Druckmann pretty much stated that there is a third story to be told in the series. Their new IP has been in development for years. When you have casting calls, this is probably for a project in early development, which wouldn't make sense for their new IP. The funny thing about the faceless pictures as well is they remind me of Joel and Tess, which obviously wouldn't make sense for a third Last of Us game, unless of course they're doing flashback stories there, which they did in part 2, but I don't know if they'll do that again in part 3. I'm not gonna put too much hope out there, but I hope also that The Last of Us Part 3 includes its own multiplayer. Not gonna put much hope, but I do have a little bit of hope that it has its own multiplayer, the remnants of what happened with Factions 2. Personally, that's the only way I'll actually be excited for a third game in this franchise. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, Lost Soul Aside has been confirmed for China Joy event. So this is a quick story. Recently, we covered Sony's official list of games set to be shown off at China Joy 2024, but there was a game missing from that list, and that was Lost Soul Aside. This morning, it has been confirmed that Lost Soul Aside will be at China Joy 2024. Reading from the Lost Soul Aside official X account, during China Joy on July 26, Game director Yang Bing will have an interview. Gameplay will be streamed during that time, so keep your eyes open. So this is great news to hear. I'm excited to check out more for this game, and I hope they've nailed down a final release date. Again, considering this game was originally meant to come out earlier this year. I'm also curious as to why this game didn't show up on Sony's list, considering it was there last year. That part has me slightly worried, but we'll see how that goes. You guys let me know if you're excited for Lost Solicide or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 5 Pro game certs go out this month and a release date update. Reading from Insider Gaming, the latter half of 2024 is finally here and questions have begun to emerge a lot more frequently about the PlayStation 5 Pro's future. Admittingly, the more recent discussions about the PS5 Pro missing its holiday 2024 release have been fueled by my own tweet from Tom Henderson. People understandably took a relatively passive comment as if I was implying the Pro would miss its holiday 2024 release or be cancelled entirely, but that isn't the case as of the time of writing. Developers can submit their applications supporting the PlayStation 5 Pro to Certs, Platform Certification and Operations, on July 30th, a date understood to have been finalized as far back as 18 months ago. In addition, all applications for the PlayStation 5 on games that will be released after September 15th will be required to support the PlayStation 5 Pro. This does not mean the PS5 Pro will release on September 16th, so although not an exact release date, the information which was released by PlayStation earlier this week to developers suggests that the PlayStation 5 Pro is still on track to release later this year. Documents sent to me in mid-2023 showed the PlayStation 5 Pro release date, which, if memory serves me correctly, was in the latter half of November 2024. Despite the Pro seemingly being on track, several sources have been apprehensive about the console's release later this year, primarily due to the limited number of first-party games that will use its features. However, regarding documentation, 90% to 95% of my reporting involves documentation sources. Nothing implies that the PlayStation 5 Pro has been delayed or canceled. So there you have it. The PlayStation 5 Pro is still on track to launch later this year. Not only that, but certifications for games for the PlayStation 5 Pro will be submitted later this month on July 30th. And according to Insider Gaming, this is a date that's been decided and finalized 18 months ago. So around December 2022 to January 2023. The September 15th requirement timing for games to support the PlayStation 5 Pro is also interesting, obviously, because that is the month around when it should be revealed if we're going off when the PlayStation 4 Pro was revealed. Every game after September 15th will support the PlayStation 5 Pro as a requirement. So you're looking at games like Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Lego Horizon, etc. But this leaves me wondering about games released before that date, like Star Wars Outlaws, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Black Myth Wukong, etc. I hope obviously all those games get Pro support as well. The last thing that was interesting that I haven't seen people really speak on is Insider Gaming saying there was a limited number of first-party games that will use PlayStation 5 Pro features. This was surprising to read. I'm assuming other first-party developers just need time, but considering they've had the PlayStation 5 Pro dev kit for a while, why is this number limited? What about also patching older first-party games for the PlayStation 5 Pro? I'm curious to see the outcome here, but you guys let me know if you're happy to hear the PlayStation 5 Pro is still on track to launch later this year, or you don't care. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "The weekend is here." Another weekend, another space of time to be able to finish games that you're working on, like myself, Ghost Hunter, and the Ratchet & Clank Size Matters games. So I'm going to be working away at those. But if you're excited for the weekend like I am, destroy the comment section with "The weekend is here." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.
Intensity and authenticity of experience has never been more